Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was just like it was actually part of, from what I understand of it, from what I've seen of it. It was actually no part of. He has to do, whatever the schedule was,
But
and
that's what I mean with the limiting belief. It's the limiting belief flipped on its head. It's if I can't, if I don't do this, if I don't complete this, it's not going to happen. So I have to go and do it. It's like it's the opposite of it's the limiting belief flipped the other way around.
from what I can understand, it was science behind how he trained to
Yeah,
always
so he
he.
had to believe in that. He still had to
Oh,
believe and subscribe to that idea being the point.
yeah, yeah, but what I mean is he was taking the latest technologies where people like pull back, say, no, no, you've trained enough today, so stop training. And other times, no, no, you have to train harder today because your levels and you do you know what I mean? He'd fallen
Mm,
into that. Having the game on its own didn't excuse him for what he needed.
yeah,
Okay, no, that didn't meet those peak performances that I need to have the rest day tomorrow or whatever it is. So I have to do that to be at ultimate performance ready for the next game.
yeah,
And if you don't have that belief, you've no chance of being Ronaldo.
yes, yes. But as you've quite rightly said before, then there's someone like Wayne Rooney who would never go to those extremes, but just a natural talent.
Yeah, but as everyone says, including Wayne Rooney, there's a reason Ronaldo still plays football at the level he does, and that Rooney's career was
And
half
Rooney
as
doesn't,
long.
and it's interest. It's the interest. So Wayne Rooney doesn't
Yeah,
hold the interest for it in the same way
yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo does. Yeah.
Generally, when you hear people talking about it, they say that talent alone, Rooney was more naturally talented,
Mm.
but he never had the dedication to the lifestyle that Ronaldo did, which goes back to that Rio Ferdinand. Ronaldo's seen it as my job is to be Ronaldo, and
Yeah.
what is my job description? So Ronaldo never smoked, never drank. Wayne Rooney used to smoke even when he was a professional player.
Mm.
you know, he
Yeah.
was known for drinking. Um, but he, as what most people say, is that Wayne Rooney was a street footballer, and that
Yes.
he just loved playing football. It didn't matter where, when, or what. Whereas
Yeah.
with Ronaldo, it was always. I remember an interview with Ronaldo years and years ago, and it was like when he was young, and it was like the Manchester United award ceremony or something, and he's on the red carpet with all the other guys who've just probably won something, and they're like, what do you want to be? And he's literally a kid, he's barely shaven. He would have been when he first come over, and he's like, I want to be the greatest footballer in the world. And Rio
Mm.
Ferdinand and all that, they're laughing at him. He said, I don't care. It's what I want. And if he just people, there are people out there that going back to that thing can just focus, are just driven. And if you spin that rightly, it's manifesting.
Yeah.
They believe it. And because they believe it without any doubt, they manifest, etc., etc., etc. But these people are extremely driven. And it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're their kid, their mum, their wife, whatever. If you try to get in their way or prevent them from what they believe they have to do, you get distance incredibly quickly.
Yes. Yes.
That they are very, and I don't think people can understand how single focused they are.
But it's like only one thing in life matters, and that's
Yeah,
it. Nothing
it's
else can come close to
but
being that important.
yeah, and but I don't think people can understand what those people are like. Like you say, there's only one thing that matters, and it's very difficult for you and me, and for people to think, yeah, but obviously they were really happy because of this. Happy, no, no, they were worried about football.
They're not wired that way. They're wired
No,
differently, and it's a different psychological makeup, which
just yeah,
most of us
completely.
don't have. Because if we did and we all did that, the world would never progress.
Yeah,
We'd just
and
be
that's that
gone.
thing is once it was never that important to Wayne Rooney. He
Mm,
just wanted to play football, wanted to win, and was happy to get a game. And if he won, he was
yeah,
happy. But he was not interested in being peak performance. Just let me play football. I can stay fit that way. And he
yeah,
wasn't wrong. He just didn't get the longevity of some. But
yeah,
even if he'd have followed that regime, it wouldn't have happened because he'd have fallen out of love with football.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because his reason for football in the first place was the joy, not for the work.
Yeah, and Wayne Rooney has spoken about how he and Ronaldo were wired differently.
Mm.
Wayne Rooney acknowledges it. So so that's yeah. But I think like going back to the beginning with manifesting, I think it's a very easy like crypto sales, like how to make money in property. It's very easy day trading, very easy to sell the courses.
Yeah, how to
The
have a better
reality,
relationship, just come to me. How to not be suicidal anymore, come to me and I'll show you
yeah.
how. And it yeah, and
How to
it
make a
does
£1,000 a day day trading. Start off
yeah,
with a
yeah.
hundred
And it
thousand.
and it
See how
takes
long
away
you
the
can.
reality of actually the commitment that you need to actually make that happen and whether it's
Yeah,
realistic for you to be able to make that commitment because then like we said you got to be wired a certain way to be able
yeah.
to achieve the bigger things that you think that you want to achieve and then you've got to
And
understand
if
is that really what you want to achieve or is this what you want to achieve and this is what you think you'll and this is what
and
you think you need to have that.
and if you look deeply enough into things like with crypto, the amount of if you look deeply enough, there's lots of people that talk about how much money they lost, and then there's the influencers that got sued for basically promoting scams. And where do you want to take it?